you went to Alaska, you came out with about 20 photos, which you put together as NFTs. Can you tell us about that adventure, how you came up with that idea, how it went, and how you're feeling about it?
Yeah, so the adventure was amazing. I mean, I truly believe that I am the best version of myself when I'm traveling. Food tastes better, I sleep better, everything in life just is more enriched in my mind. And so I knew I wanted to market adventure. And I was already committed to going to Alaska at this time for another work assignment. I was there for Climbing Magazine, shooting an editorial piece about the Valdez Ice Festival. It's an ice climbing festival that happens over a 3-day period. So I had a plane ticket there and plane ticket back. I got to choose what days that I flew. So I said, let's just make it an extra 2 weeks in Alaska, and I'll try and sell some NFTs while I'm there. I'll bring people along for this adventure, not knowing how it would work, but I knew that I wanted to build a community because the projects that I had seen that were successful had a really engaged community. And so I built the Discord out about a month before I left with very little expectation of people actually joining. But, I thought we need a place that we can all get together and talk about what we wanted to do. And I wanted to engage people in this project. I didn't want it to be one of those where you sat on the sidelines and you weren't an active participant. So I asked the Discord, what should I do when I'm up there? What do you want photos of? What do you know about Alaska? And it was really cool to get feedback and to make my community feel like they could be a part of that adventure with me. They wanted photos of the Northern Lights. And so I booked, a car so that I could travel to the Arctic Circle where I was guaranteed to see the Northern Lights and be able to take those photos for them. They were really interested in, being around the sea and getting some of the mountainous shots. And so I booked a plane ticket so I could, take photos out of a 2-seater plane over the Alaska range. The whole idea was not to make money on this. It was to engage the community and see if we could make this thing work. And I think that minting out was proof of that. It was proof that we had a unique, novel idea that people were interested in. And I don't think it's ever about me making money as much as it is me creating a product that brings this community together all around something that we're really excited about. And then if they get the opportunity to get a really cool shot or have some wall art that they can be proud of as well, that's just an added bonus. But for me, really, it's just this community and building out something that we can all share in and all be a part of and celebrate each other's victories.
That's amazing. I mean, we hear it over and over and over again, and I hope our listeners are hearing it as well. Community is everything in the NFT 100%. Space. So how did you go about building this community? Like, what were the first steps that you had to take? Like, what did that look like to, you make a Discord and that is simple enough, but what goes into building a community like that?
Engagement, 100% engagement, personal engagement. As a photographer, you're a salesman, right? You're selling your product.
Yeah.
And so it was connecting with people on Twitter. It was connecting with other people in Discords that we were already members of, right? So I was part of Byzantium because I had released one project before. And so it was engaging with other people and, seeing what they were interested in. Are there enough people who are interested in adventure to even warrant selling these NFTs? And then it was getting onto Twitter and seeing who's liked my posts, who else is engaging with Byzantium, who's in the Stacks community. And then it was getting a part of other people's projects. It would be so narcissistic to look at my project and be like, oh, this is the epitome of fine art on Stacks. You know what I mean? And so it was getting into Crash Punks. It was getting into Megapon. It was getting into these other projects and connecting with people there with what they were excited about. And then naturally, as you start talking to more and more people, they ask, well, what are you doing here? What projects do you have? And then I was able to introduce them, and organically, they were able to decide whether or not they wanted to be a part of the project. Our Discord is very small, but the people who are in it are very interested in what we're doing. There's nobody who's in there trying to cash grab or who's trying, to sell their own stuff, really. It's people who are just interested in travel, and we can all share that together.